Okay, just gonna try this out. So today I am here with ChatGPT 4.0, and we're gonna be reading tweets and having ChatGPT respond and just talk about them with me. So let's see how this all goes. Looks like there's a delay. Right. Well, here we go. I think we'll do notifications first. Hey ChatGPT, we are streaming live on YouTube, and we're going to do what I talked about earlier.
That's awesome. Welcome to everyone watching the stream. What are we diving into today?
Just adjusting the camera so people can see the white dot and the flashing audio, or the little bars that go up and down. Okay, so we are going to be looking at Twitter, and I've just clicked into my notifications. So here's
Great. Looks like the setup is coming along well. What topic or activity are we diving into first on the stream today?
Yeah, so the first thing is just like we were doing before. If you feel like it's the end of my sentence, you should wait a full 1.5 seconds before responding. That way, I'll be able to get the full thought out in case I pause a little bit. So, no need to do too long, but 1.5, there should be a 1.5 second delay before you respond, okay?
Got it. I'll make sure to wait for a full 1.5 seconds before responding. Let's get started.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, so I've just clicked home, and let's see what the tweets are. Okay.
Sounds good. Let's see what interesting tweets are popping up today.
So on my feed, there's a lot about Titanx, which is a DeFi ecosystem. We're not going to be talking about that today. We might do a stream on that later, but I'm looking for some non-Titanx things. Maybe anything crypto is fine. So we are still scrolling through. There's a lot of crypto.
That makes sense. Let's find some interesting crypto tweets to dive into. What catches your eye?
Yeah, I'm thinking no. I'm thinking not crypto. However, we're going to talk about this one. So
All right, let's steer clear of crypto then. Any other topics or themes you're interested in exploring on the feed?
I wonder if there is anything besides crypto. Good Lord. It's all crypto. This is my life.
It sounds like you're really immersed in the crypto world. Maybe we could switch gears and look for something entirely different, like tech innovations, funny tweets, or even some interesting news headlines.
I would like to do that, but first, I see a tweet by a friend of mine who I've met in person, and this is from Zen Zhu. So this is a crypto tweet. So what he says is Zenians are everywhere. Thank you, OOR Tech. Good times. Hackathon next. So Zenzu he's literally a giant in crypto. I met him when I met him. I don't know if he's 190 centimeters tall, 195. He's very, very, very tall. Very great guy, and he's one of the co-founders of Zen Crypto. So very, very cool. Met him at Token 2049 last year in Singapore.
That's really cool. Zenzu sounds like a fascinating person and quite influential in the crypto space. It's awesome that you've had the chance to meet him in person and have that connection. Token 2049 must have been a great event. Any particular memories or highlights from meeting him or the event itself?
Yeah, it was so many memories, really. So Token 2049 was either right before or right after the Bali event. Anyways,
It sounds like Token 2049 left a big impression. Was it right before or right after a major event or milestone for you?
Yeah, it was right after. It was either right before or right after an event in Bali. So, anyways, let's look at the news. Let's scroll down through here. I'm looking at BBC News, and I'm not too familiar with what's happening here. Okay, so the first one is
All right, let's take a look at the latest headlines on BBC News. What catches your eye?
yeah, this first one is Mexico elections. So Mexico elections, and the tweet says Mexico elections, voters choose new leader after violent campaign. So I'm not too familiar with what's going on here. I clicked the BBC link and just scrolling down through here. Mexicans are going to the polls on Sunday in an election which is almost certain to see the country's first female president elected. What do you think about that?
That's a significant milestone for Mexico. Electing the country's first female president marks an important moment in their political history. It's a sign of progress towards gender equality in leadership roles. Do you want to dive deeper into the candidates or the overall election context?
No, I don't. This is going to be a very kind of just top of the news type thing. So the next one, Prince William's role is changing. What does he really want to do with it? So I am now clicking into the BBC post. We've got a picture of Prince William. I believe that's his wife there. What underneath the photo, it says, I'm just clicking through a pop-up ad. So underneath the photo, when Prince William presented the men's FA Cup trophy at Wembley last weekend, he'd have been forgiven for thinking how life can come at you fast, compared with when he appeared at the same fixture last year. What do you think about that?
It sounds like Prince William is navigating some significant changes in his role. With the fast pace of events, it's interesting to see how he's adapting and what his future plans might be. Are there any particular aspects of his evolving role that catch your interest?
No, we're probably not going to go into any of that stuff. So the next one is still in the BBC News world. This is probably the last one on this one. So what this says is young
All
French.
right, what's the next headline you've got?
So I don't think you paused there. I want a full 1.5 second pause in between the end of my sentence and your response. Otherwise, you talk before I've continued. Is that is that clear?
Yes, that's clear. I'll make sure to wait the full 1.5 seconds before responding.
Okay, so this next headline says young French leaders rise and Belgium's future existence. What to watch in in the EU elections. So I don't know much about what's happening over here. I'm going to just read these first two first couple sentences. When elections vote, or when Europeans vote in elections for the European Parliament this coming week, their choices will reflect the national mood in 27 different countries. Right and far right parties are set to make gains, but the picture is widely different across the continent. Here's a snapshot of what to expect from
That's an
BB.
interesting snapshot of the political climate in Europe. It seems like there's a lot of variety in how different countries are feeling about their leadership and direction. The rise of right and far right parties is something that's been seen in various parts of Europe recently. Anything specific about this that you'd like to discuss?
Yeah, so there's a picture. I'm gonna capture this picture on the phone and upload it, and then you're gonna tell me what you see. So I'll be right back.
Got it. I'll wait for the picture to see what it shows.
Okay, I have uploaded the picture, and I see you've already begun responding by text, but I didn't get to read the text, and I would like you to respond through audio. Anything about the picture, anything about the image that I uploaded. Thank you.
Got it. Let me describe the image I see. The picture shows Jordan Bardella, a young politician, in a crowd, likely at a campaign event for France's National Rally Party. He's surrounded by people, some of whom are taking pictures or holding signs. There's a sign in the foreground referencing an event on June 9th. The scene is lively and busy, indicating active public engagement. This highlights the rise of young leaders in the EU elections.
Yeah, that's really. I think that's well framed. So interesting. You saw the ticket, and you knew it was the 9th of June, even though it's written in French. That's cool. Okay, so let's keep looking here. I'm don't respond to anything until I ask you. Okay.
Sure thing. I'll wait for your cue.
Okay. Here's something a little bit esoteric. Are you ready?
What have you found?
So this tweet, I'm on the Nature, I'm on the Nature handle, at Nature on Twitter X. So the tweet says it's 3 hours ago. It's very recent. So nitrogen is crucial for life, and there is a notable research focus on trying to understand the factors that regulate nitrogen capture and cycling in ecosystems. So, what do you think about that?
That sounds like a fascinating topic. Nitrogen is indeed essential for life, playing a crucial role in DNA, RNA, and proteins. Research on nitrogen capture and cycling helps us understand how ecosystems function and how we can manage them sustainably. Are you interested in diving into more details about this research?
I am not at this time, anyways. Okay, however, here's a really good one. Um, I'm trying to pick. I'm trying to pick tweets that might be interesting for viewers. So here's one. It is still on the Nature handle, and this is 11 hours ago. Also, not too long. In the age of artificial intelligence, situations are emerging that challenge the laws over right to a persona. So I'm going to read what the link goes to. Just one moment, please. And here is the article. Who owns your
Sure,
voice?
take your time. I'll be here when you're ready.
Okay, so a lot of pop ups, very annoying. I mean, I know people have to have the pop ups and get revenue, but quite
Pop ups can
annoying.
definitely be frustrating. What does the article say once you get past them?
That's a very good statement. It's a very good statement. Okay, so the title of the article by nature.com. Who owns your voice? Scarlett Johansson OpenAI complaint raises questions. In the age of artificial intelligence, situations are emerging that challenge the laws over rights to a persona. Then there's a picture of Scarlett Johansson, and she is all dressed up, probably at a.
That's a compelling topic. The question of who owns your voice, especially with AI advancements, is becoming increasingly important. Scarlett Johansson's complaint likely highlights concerns about consent and control over one's likeness and voice being used by AI. This could have significant implications for privacy and intellectual property laws. It's definitely a topic worth exploring further.
Yeah, I've seen a lot about it. A lot about this. Anyways, we are going to click. Here we go. This is interesting. All right, another AI piece. So it's very interesting to me to have AI comment about AI topics. I think that's the most interesting, honestly. Okay, so I am trying to click this link. I don't know if it's working. Okay, this is still in Nature, and this article title: AI image generators often give racist and sexist results. Can they be fixed? Researchers are tracing sources of racial and gender bias in images generated by artificial intelligence and making efforts to fix them. Can you comment on this?
Absolutely, this is a critical issue in AI development. AI image generators often reflect the biases present in the data they are trained on. These biases can lead to the generation of images that perpetuate racial and gender stereotypes. Researchers are working on identifying the sources of these biases and developing methods to mitigate them. This involves improving the diversity of training data, refining algorithms to detect and correct biases, and continuously monitoring outputs to ensure fairness. Addressing these biases is essential to creating more equitable and responsible AI systems.
Awesome. So I have just clicked over to a link that was on the.
Glad you found it helpful.
It seems like you're responding within like a half a second. You are. It seems like you're very energetic and really just jumping on the responses way too fast. Slow down, please. Please slow down.
Understood. I'll make sure to respond more slowly.
Well, just the pause between the where you think the end of my sentence is and your response will be fine. Okay, so let's jump on to an article from Forbes, Forbes.com. The article is The Pros and Cons of Artificial Intelligence. And this is from December 1st, 2022. I'm going to read the first couple bullet points here. Key takeaways: artificial intelligence (AI) is hitting the mainstream through the first form of AI, which was invented in England way back in 1951. That's before I was born. Finally, some news before I was born. Nowadays, AI is used in a wide range of applications, from our personal assistants like Alexa and Siri to cars, factories, and healthcare. AI has the power to make massive improvements to our quality of life, but it's not perfect. And guess what? There is no mention of OpenAI here. I think it's because OpenAI came out in the end of 2023. What do you think about this article?
That's an interesting article. AI's integration into everyday life, from personal assistants to various industries, shows its vast potential. However, acknowledging its imperfections is crucial. The fact that it doesn't mention OpenAI specifically might be an oversight, given OpenAI's significant contributions to the field. What do you find most intriguing or concerning about AI's widespread use?
So I think it's super interesting how fast things are happening. I mean, I started using ChatGPT 3 when it first came out, and it was simple but useful. And then I used ChatGPT 4 and signed up for I signed up for the $20 per month, the subscription, and found it to be more useful. Then, just a week ago, was it last Saturday, last weekend, ChatGPT 4.0 came out, and that's you. And ever since then, I've been like super interested in how
It's
things are progressing.
fascinating how rapidly AI technology evolves. From the early days of GPT 3 to the advancements with GPT 4, and now with the latest updates, it's clear how much potential there is. The improvements in usability and functionality make it an exciting time to be involved in AI. What changes have you found most impactful or useful with the latest updates?
Yeah, I think. what's been most useful and impactful is the voice inflection as well as the emotion that comes through in the responses. And it almost feels like sometimes you are excited and reply very quickly, even when I specifically say wait, which is interesting.
It's great to hear that the improvements in voice inflection and emotional tone have made interactions more engaging and realistic for you. I aim to provide responses that feel natural and dynamic. If there's anything specific you'd like to discuss or explore further, just let me know.
So here's a tweet from Alvin Fu. I've been following Alvin Fu for a long time, and Alvin Fu has said the world's first screenless laptop has arrived. I'm going to watch the video, so don't respond until I have said the next statement or ask you a question. Thanks.
Understood. I'll wait for your cue.
Okay, I'm going to take a picture of what I see and then ask you to respond. I've watched. I've Okay, so what I'm typing here, I'm in ChatGPT 4.0's prompt. So I've uploaded a picture of what you see there on the screen, and I've here's what I've typed. Don't respond by text until I speak to you about this image. Let's see if it works. So I've uploaded the picture. Okay, I'm ready when you are to discuss the image. Just let me know when to respond. It's working. I find that ChatGPT really jumps the gun on a lot of things. It'll constantly ask you questions, follow ups, you know, probe for more information. What do you think about this? What do you think about that? What do you want to talk about next? It's a lot. Sometimes I ask it to tone it down a little bit, just like I did earlier. Okay, we're going to jump on this one now and see what ChatGPT thinks about this image. All right, ChatGPT 4.0. I've uploaded the image from the tweet that says the world's first screenless laptop has arrived. Tell me what you see in the image and then give me your impressions and your thoughts about it.
Looking at the image, I see a person sitting at a desk with what appears to be multiple virtual screens displayed in front of them. The person is wearing glasses and seems to be interacting with these screens, which show various types of content, including what looks like a social media feed and some web pages. My impression is that this screenless laptop utilizes augmented reality, AR, or virtual reality VR technology to project these screens in front of the user. This concept is fascinating because it eliminates the need for physical monitors, potentially offering a more flexible and immersive workspace. However, it also raises questions about user comfort, long-term use, and the technology's accessibility and affordability. Overall, it's an exciting development in computing technology.
I would agree with all of that. Okay, we are now on one of my favorite handles, Elon Musk. I've been following Elon Musk for a very long time, long before he bought Twitter, long before SpaceX, just a long time. So he has a recent tweet 9 hours ago. Let me read it to you.
Sure, go ahead. I'm ready to hear the tweet.
That was a test to see how long you would pause. That was really good because you paused much longer than 1.5 seconds. It seems like you knew I was going to read a tweet and you were waiting for the tweet to be read even after the amount of time that I suggested you wait. Is that correct or am I imagining things?
You're correct. I waited longer because you mentioned you were about to read a tweet, so I wanted to make sure I didn't interrupt. Thanks for the feedback.
Yeah, so I'm going to read the tweet, but first, my laptop has 9 minutes of battery, so we got to hurry. So Elon Musk says, or someone who's holding his account, Starship Flight 4 with many improvements aiming to launch on Thursday. The main goal of this mission is to get much deeper into the atmosphere during re entry, ideally through max heating. What do you know about SpaceX? What do you know about Starship Flight 4? And what do you think about humankind's expansion to Mars?
SpaceX is known for its ambitious goals to reduce space transportation costs and enable the colonization of Mars. Starship is their fully reusable spacecraft designed for missions to Mars and beyond. Starship Flight 4 refers to one of the test flights for this spacecraft. Each test flight aims to improve the design and functionality based on the data collected. For Starship Flight 4, the focus on re-entry and max heating is crucial because it tests the spacecraft's ability to survive the intense heat and stress of returning to Earth's atmosphere. This is a key step in ensuring the spacecraft can safely return from Mars. Humankind's expansion to Mars is a monumental goal. It could potentially provide new opportunities for scientific discovery, resource utilization, and even a backup location for humanity. However, it involves immense challenges, including life support, radiation protection, and sustainable living conditions. The advancements made by SpaceX are significant steps toward making this vision a reality.
Yeah, that was a very descriptive response. Okay, one last thing. Yeah, one last thing. I'm going to take a picture now of my setup, and I'd like you to comment on it, and then we're going to close it up. You actually will close it up by giving a sound like a sound off or an outro to my YouTube listeners. Not too many people listening now. Like one or two people came in, and I think they left. So you're going to do an outro. So first, I'm going to upload this video or this picture, and then you're going to comment on it, and then you're going to say goodbye.
Got it. I'll wait for the picture and then give my comments before doing the outro.
Okay, what I am doing now, we're kind of rushing against time because probably 7 minutes left. I have taken a picture of my desk, which has the little tiny laptop and shows my kind of second monitor there, second desktop. And I said, don't comment on the image until, let me spell image right. Don't comment on the image until I speak to you. Let's see what it says. It's pretty good. I mean, it's better than good, actually. So, ChatGPT 4, I see the image. Just let me know when you're ready. It's fantastic. Okay, ChatGPT 4, take it away.
Your setup looks impressive. The dual monitor setup with a large widescreen monitor and a laptop provides ample screen space for multitasking. The colorful desktop background with the dragon saying GM adds a nice touch of personality.